Welcome everybody to Catfish Weekly, presented by B&M Rods. Tonight we have the Ishcomer family with us, and we will get to that in just a minute. Doc, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Yes, we are.
It's already been a lot of fun, and the show's just begun.
That's correct.
You feeling better tonight, buddy?
No, not really. Had a migraine this morning.
Get rid of the cold?
Yeah, I got really cold.
Yeah, we were up to 50-some degrees today. It was a pretty nice day. I kind of enjoyed it. Didn't get out much, but a lot of things going on, getting ready for the election, getting all the stuff ready for the show tonight. Cindy's here. We're going to spin the RigRap prize wheel a little bit. I'm kind of excited about tonight's guest, so we're not going to mess around too much with a bunch of stuff, but I know that there's a lot of people been waiting for this show, and it's going to be exciting. We're going to have a really, really good time.
Yes, we are. Just a reminder, everybody, voting tomorrow. Make sure you get out and do it.
It's extremely important. It's a privilege to be able to live in a where we're allowed to vote. So many places in this world, you don't get to do that. You don't get to choose your people that is above you. They choose them for you, and you don't get to choose your laws and different things. So be sure and do that. It is extremely important. Whether you vote the way that any of us do or not is not the important part. The important part is you get to make the decision for yourself, right, wrong, or indifferent. As long as it's the way that you think is right, that's all that matters to anybody. That's right. If you don't vote, you cannot complain. And believe you me, I complain if they do stuff I don't like. So I'm going to vote that way. I got the right to complain all I want to. Isn't that right, bud?
Sure.
Before we get started, we was talking right before the show went live. Over the years, I've duck hunted a lot until my shoulder got so bad I couldn't hold the end of the gun up, and I never had a dog that wouldn't retrieve ducks on blind retrieves and long stuff. I now have a duck dog that doesn't retrieve ducks because I don't duck hunt anymore, but she will fetch up pecans out of my yard. Damnedest thing you ever seen. I go out and pick up pecans in my yard, run off squirrels, and she dearly like to catch them squirrels. But when I was walking along, pick up pecans, she'll pick them pecans up and bring them over to me, and I have to dig them out of her mouth. She won't really just give them to me, but I never had to do that before. It's the damnedest thing you ever seen. I'm pretty proud of her to pick them up, though, but it's pretty interesting, actually. I never thought I'd ever see it. It's kind of funny, but she's a ball of fun for me. But, man, check that chat out, Doc.
Yeah, it's rolling.
It's a rocking on, man.
Yeah.
Anything going on in Ohio we need to know about?
No, it's about 52, 53 degrees. It's going to stay that way till tomorrow, and then the bottom's going to drop out.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of tough for fishing, but I understand you got a trip coming up. I'm excited for you about that.
Yeah, hopefully I can go to Tennessee this weekend. Go down there on Tennessee River, but we'll see how things go.
That'll be awesome. Be a lot of fun. Well, without further ado, let's get the Ishcomer family in here. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hey, Bob. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great for me. I'm just getting older and sassier by the day.
Not always a bad thing.
Not for me. Every time I get up in the morning, my feet hit the floor. I'm a happy camper.
That's it. Thank you, God, for another day.
That's exactly right. And when you get to be my age, you'll think that more and more.
Nah.
Oh, man, we've been really excited about having you guys on the show. Everybody that we've talked to was excited about you guys being on here. And we've seen you guys at a lot of tournaments this year, and you guys have really made an impact on the world of catfishing. And I've never seen a family more suited for our sport than you guys are.
I'll tell you what, we enjoy it.
Well, what's not to enjoy about it? I mean, you guys go at it a little different than anybody else that I know. You have a big camper, you got a big boat, the whole family gets involved with it. It's just you're suited to it better than any family that I've ever seen. You all fish, you all go, and it's just a really neat way you go about it.
Like I say, this is our first year of fishing this way. We've always fished together, but this is our first year of tournament fishing, and man, I'll tell you what, it's it's habit forming. And I tell you what, we love it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Really is. You have been very successful for your first year. You've hit some really large tournament trails and big time tournaments, and you've been very successful. I'm quite proud of you for what you've accomplished the first year in the what I would call the big end of it. And you know, you fished. You had another gentleman that fished with you, but you guys have fished family style more than anybody that I know of, and been very, very successful.
Yes, sir. Well, like I say, Wallace Sams, he fishes with me a lot. He's just like my brother. You know, we was growed up together. We fished together all of our life, and man, whenever I started, we went out and fished the Sea Arc tournament. I called him, and you know, we're just old fishing buddies, and he likes to fish, and anytime he can get off of work, man, I'll tell you what, I'm just thrilled to have him to fish with.
That's awesome.
And when he can't fish, these two right here is in the boat with me.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Now I have an understanding, and I'm pretty sure I know, but out of the family, just you guys there, who's got the biggest fish so far? That's what
Hannah.
That's what I thought. I was pretty sure that was right. And you can enjoy that for as long as it lasts, Hannah, but at some point now.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Jerry and Noah is gunning for that. You know that.
My mom is too.
Mom's got the littlest fish, so I might as well be catching Rachel's perch for as good as I've done.
But I think she's gonna fish that down there at
That chick fight. Me and Cindy's gonna do that, aren't we, Cindy? You want to do a chick fight?
How do you do it?
man, that'll be awesome, man.
It won't be too long till Rachel will be in there with you. And you just never know. She might sneak in there and beat y'all.
I'm
That's
telling you. Hey, she loves it.
I seen you guys out rounding up catfish for a church dinner the other day.
Yes, sir.
We was running some jugs, and I enjoyed watching you guys very much. And I know that's kind of frowned on in some of the circles, but you guys was so perfect at throwing back the big fish, keeping the very small ones, and you was trying to get enough fish for a church dinner. I thought that was outstanding. I enjoyed watching your live show, and I noticed that Nikki and the girls was in one boat, you and Noah was in another boat, and Carl Wells was in his boat, and you was keeping 2, 3, 4 pound fish, and I watched you throw back 20 and 30 pound fish, and I think you even throwed back some that was in the teens, and I enjoyed the live feed very much. And when you met up with the girl, they was chasing them, catching them small ones and chasing them down, and you guys was running around in one boat, they was running around another boat, and there couldn't have been a more family affair type deal going on than what you guys was doing.
Yes, sir. Like I say, before we got to fishing, before we got that Sea Arc boat, that's pretty much all we done. Is we went out noodling as a family, and we done that until we got acquainted with this type of fishing.
Yeah.
And then since we've been fishing this way, that's the first time we've been noodling.
Well, you know, that is one of people talk about that, and a lot of people don't like it, but when you're doing it the way you done it, there's nothing wrong with it. And there's not a faster way in the world to introduce the sport to kids
Right.
than doing that.
Sure.
It's fast action. They keeps them entertained, and I'm going to tell you, if that's what it takes to get them kids off of phones and games and computers and the internet and doing all the stuff that they do that they shouldn't be doing, then I'm all for it.
I am too. I'll tell you what, if you got any kids out and you want to entertain them, there ain't no better way. You know, throw the video games away and put a fishing pole in their hand.
That's exactly right.
And just give them a chance.
That's right. And I always said that one of the best ways to get kids involved in fishing was take them out brim fishing, catching bluegills and stuff like that, because that's fast action, fast paced deal. That's a lot of fun too. But if I used to have a Mac tool dealer, and John was interested in Boy Scouts. His kids was young and they was in Boy Scouts, and he would take jugs up to Truman Lake and set them out and bait them up with hot dogs. And they would catch them anywhere from a half pound to 2 or 3 pound fish. And them kids was hooked for life. They never caught anything big, but they caught a lot of them. And when they get done, they clean them and eat them there. And those kids was cat fishermen from then on. And some of them would learn how to catch the bigger ones, and some of them wouldn't. And that was okay. They got an experience of a lifetime, and he'd done that for years and years. And I was so proud of him for teaching them kids how to catch those fish. And they never heard a thing, and they never caught a big fish. And if they ever did catch a big fish, they learned how to release it and put it back where it needed to be. So that's a great way to start kids out. And I enjoyed your live feed very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Like I say, we enjoy it, and the Lord sees fit. We're gonna keep on doing it.
Well, yeah, and like I say, that's a cool way to help the church out, and you guys have a good time. And it was a really good live feed.
Yes, sir.
We enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, it's important that we want to get across too. You know, you've talked about us going as a family, that it's, you know, I guess anything that you set your mind to, if you say, well, this year I want to go to Disney World, and you talk about it as a family, you're going to find a way to make it work where you're going to get to Disney World one way or the other, because it's something that you've set your mind to, you want to do as a family.
That's right.
This is something that we all love. We all love to fish, you know. And I mean, I know there's a lot of people, because there's even a lot of people right here around us. They're like, "Oh, you fish?" Like to me and Hannah, we're like, "Well, yeah." And your husband's fishing? Oh yeah, we're gonna be right there with him, you know. And I mean, it's just they don't understand it. But you know, there's a lot of women that's fishing, a lot of great women fishermen out there, and we just want to let people know that you can do this as a family. It's really easy for us, because I homeschool our children, and we own our own company, so we can kind of just pick up and take off anytime we want to, which is just total blessing. But you know, I mean, it's just fantastic that to be out there with your kids and to doing something, you know, together, like when they go as a team, Hannah and Noah and Jerry. Well, I take Rachel to the kids rodeo tournaments. And, you know, there's nothing that compares to seeing that baby. She just turned 5 years old out there, you know, catching a perch. And, well, she's so excited. She's showing Jeremy, which is now her uncle Jeremy that runs the Cabela's tournament. She's showing him, look what I got, you know, and he's just high-fiving her. You know, I mean, it's just we really come across a big family when we got into this tournament fishing. And, I mean, just wonderful people. But you can do it. Like I said, you set your mind to do something and take the kids out. More people need to get into it, because, like I said, they'll find out that their kids really do love it.
That's 100% correct. Doc, have you got any questions coming up in chat?
Not yet, other than it's quarter after, time to spin the wheel.
Well, we're going to have to wait on that, because let me check. No, I don't have the list yet.
All right. Well, we can. Dale's Tackle is going to give away. We're going to have 4 giveaways tonight from Dale's Tackle.
Okay.
So let me.
Thank you, Northwoods Angling. Thank you so much.
Let me get in here and grab whoever's in chat.
Who caught the most fish, the girls or the guys?
Well, the first Saturday that we went out in Newland, it was the girls, definitely. I mean, they didn't hardly get any, but I've got to tell on them, because when we went back this last Saturday, they purposely went to the ones that was standing up that they knew had big fish on them, while we were getting the stragglers, because we were doing what good girls do. We were just gathering them up, and they said, we're just going to go get the big fish. So they got the most fish this last Saturday.
Oh, wow. I think they mean when you're out fishing all the time. When you're
Yep.
I've met some of the best people in the world this last year fishing.
Absolutely.
Super, super good people.
All right, so here we go with the Dales in chat. Dales tackle, and the winner is Kevin Wallace. What did he win?
Okay, he is going to get 1 pack of yellow RigRap cases and then 1 package of orange RigRap cases.
Is he supposed to get with you guys?
He needs to get with Dale's Homemade Tackle.
Dale's Homemade Tackle. All right.
Nope.
Oh. So Kevin Wallace, get with Dale's Homemade Tackle. Tell him you won on Catfish Weekly in the chat room, and he has a prize package for you. And congratulations.
Way to go.
All right. I did see a question. They want to know what size boat you're running, Jerry.
2472 Big Daddy Sea Arc.
Michael Pence wants to know, does the Ishcomer family have a YouTube channel?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. I'm looking for some other questions on here. I haven't seen a whole lot.
Well, they're rolling through.
Yes, they are.
Just seen one roll by, and I actually stopped it. I didn't see. There's not a question.
At Carwell's, do noodles fly?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got done.
That earlier.
Thank you, Leslie.
We started home and we had all the noodles in the boat. I took off first. My wife was behind me and Carl was behind her, and she had the noodles in her boat in one of them big trash bags, and they flew out of the boat.
Oh, man.
The bag busted and they was 100 noodles went everywhere.
Oh.
Now they fly.
Mr. Gadget Catfishing wants to know, do you drift or do you anchor mostly, and what rigs are you using?
Well, I'll tell you what, up till this last went until the water warmed up, me and Noel, we done a lot of anchoring, and we caught a lot of good fish last year in Lake Sam Rayburn, right here where we live. But when we got started fishing tournaments, we learned different ways to fish. We learned to drift, we learned to bump, and man, I'll tell you what, bumping is the way. I love it. But drifting is yes, sir. And we use well, when we're drifting, we use I guess it was a Sandy Cooper with a Demon Dragons. The Demon Dragons is with the steady and putting the cork on there. We used the cork until we got acquainted with them Demon Dragons, and then we started using the Demon Dragons. And I'll tell you what, I like the Demon Dragons. I think they work.
Well, they should better than anything I've ever seen. Doc, I'm ready.
All right.
Hannah.
Yes, sir.
Pick me out a number between 1 and 5, and we're going to spin the RigRap prize wheel.
4.
4 it is. 1, 2, 3. A lot of names tonight. 4. And the winner is David Funk.
He's here in Ohio.
Yes, he is. And we'll see what we can manage up for David.
Round and round it goes.
One of them sticking up.
Oh, Mr. Catfish.
Mud Bum Supply Shack. David Funk, after the show or whenever it's convenient for you, if you'll contact the guys from Mud Bum Supply Shack, they have a gift certificate for you. You can cash in right there in their store. I will also contact them and tell them you are a winner. Thanks so much for being in, or for playing the RigRap prize wheel. They have a lot of great products up there. I'm sure you will find something that you will like. Thanks for watching our show and playing the RigRap prize wheel game. Great product and a great sponsor to our show, Doc.
Yes, they are. They also want to know what kind of reels you're using, Jerry.
We're using the 6500 Ambassador Catfish Special on and 7000 Ambassador.
I seen the other day you done a little deal online where you got a Rig Pack 60. How you liking that?
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you something. I started using, and that's what I was gonna say. Those RigRaps. At first, I thought, well, that's just something, But man, I started using them, and that makes life easy.
Oh,
and you can wrap them things up there and tie them up. You can wrap, do your bumping rigs, your anchoring rigs, any kind of rigs you want to do, even the Demon Dragons. These right here, I put them big Demon Dragons in them right there. I got them from Dale's Tackle. And I want to shout out to Dale's Tackle, Homemade Tackle. Man, I tell you what, he has got some awesome stuff. But I use them. You can put the Demon Dragons in those big old long, the pink ones. I love them RigRaps.
I do too. I'm a fan of them, not just because he sponsored our show, but if you don't think I like them, I have them.
Oh wow, yeah, these right here, the big ones.
Well, I like the smaller ones because they're easier for me to store, but I tie them up whenever I break off, and I bring them in here, and then I retie more of them.
Yes,
they're good for the Demon Dragons. They're also really handy if you do double rigs, 2-hook rigs.
Okay.
Separate them and tie them up. They're really handy for that, and I really do like them when I'm bumping. I like a 2-hook rig, whether I have 2 hooks at a different water depth in a water column, or
yes,
whether I have 2 of them close together where I double hook a big bait. And
right.
I do like a big bait. Now, I don't always hook Cindy's up that way because her job basically is put fish in the boat, although she usually catches the bigger fish. When I'm presenting a bait to a fish and I'm bumping, it's a big bait. It ain't none of that
Yes,
little stuff. I'm throwing the big stuff.
Yeah, there's not a head built big enough.
No. A big old 3-pound skipjack, I'm going to use the whole head and a big section of that body. I mean,
Yes, sir.
I'm giving him something that he's looking for. It ain't going to be none of that Mickey Mouse stuff.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's right. The bigger, the better.
Hey,
And cut the tail off of him and let him bleed and bump him on down through there. There ain't going to be none of that Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse stuff. He's going to have plenty to, when he grabs hold of it, he's going to know he's got something to eat. Yeah, it ain't going to be one of them little 3-4 pounders. When he takes it, it's going to be something big enough to haul in.
I skinned about a 6-pound blue the other day. It had a ½ pound crappie in him.
That's right.
I'm telling you, I had a crappie in him bigger than my hand.
That's right. And that's one of the very reasons why I say, and I know bass guys get mad, I don't really care, but if it has scales on it, it's a piece of bait. It's the way it is. If it's got scales, it's a piece of bait. Not that we can use it for bait, but to or a flathead, that's all it is bait.
Yes. That's right.
What do you like to use?
Yeah, we got a couple of questions here. Steve Woolley wants to know, Hannah, what kind of bait were you using when you got your big fish?
I think it was frozen cut skipjack. Skipjack head, to be exact.
Big head. There we go. Head. That's right.
Junior Proctor, Blue Dog Fishing, wants to know, do you like braid or mono?
I'm a braid man. I like Toronto.
Loving that.
I like, I got it. I can't help it.
That's right.
I like the mono for the leader. I use 80-pound test leader, mono leader with a 80-pound test braid, and 2 bumping. I don't think that mono would work good bumping.
No, it don't work.
No, I don't use it.
No, Doc uses braid for bumping too, but he likes it.
I like my mono though.
Yeah.
Lyle's still up behind about 5 guests on the mono deal.
Hey, I used to use, when I bank fished, I always use mono. 30-pound test mono. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's all, I guess it's what you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Well, I will say the mono has come a long way in the last few years. A long way.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like I say, it's
we just kind of
you have confidence in.
We kind of have a competition between Doc and I over the mono and the braid stuff. He's been pounding me with guests here the last
last month or so.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, when I first bought my Sea Arc boat, I went to watching videos, Steve Douglas's videos, and I done just about what he done, honestly. We used to, when we bank fished, we used a Kentucky rig. When we bank fished, that's all we used to use when we bank fished, because you could get distance, throwing that Kentucky rig. But whenever I started watching Steve Douglas, I didn't even know a Sandy Cooper or rig existed until I went to watching his videos.
When Steve gets on here with him and Doc wear me out over that mono. They do. They just beat me in the ground over that stuff.
Yeah.
But, it's okay.
He uses braid. Steve uses braid.
When he back on bounces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, this sweatshirt I got from Dustin, it may be too hot to be in this show. I'm sitting here sweating like a pig. I want to shout out right quick before I forget it to our old buddy Chad Bailey, who went through that tornado or hurricane down there in Florida. He is in chat tonight, and I want to welcome him to our chat and Catfish Weekly. Chad has done so much for the local people down there in his area to help them guys out, and I've seen him in a live video this afternoon online, watched him down there. He could have been taking care of his own stuff down there, and he's helped everybody else. He worked tirelessly with the fire department down there to help everybody else in his community. God bless him. And it was great to see him in the boat the last day or two down there, and welcome to the show tonight, Chad. We're so happy for you. And all you guys, you've been working hard down there, and I'm glad to see you out fishing, and we're sure glad to see you in our chat tonight. Back to the show.
Yes, sir. That's a good man.
He is. He's awesome. He's just plumb awesome. I mean, he helped everybody that he could help and touched hearts that he'll never even realize.
That's right. And you know what? God will repay him.
That's right. Well, Linda Folsom, thank you so much.
Wow, there's about chat.
There is a lot of people. We got a big show going tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, guess what? It's time to spin a RigRap prize wheel again. Noah, pick me out a number between 1 and 5.
3.
3 it is. 1. That's a big number tonight. 2 and 3. And the winner is Chris Allen. Cindy, what are we going to do for Chris tonight?
We'll see here in just a second.
I have to push that one down.
I tried.
Oh, okay.
Must be demons. Demon dragons.
Speaking of demon dragons, Chris, if you will contact Captain Scott Manning, he will hook you up with some demon dragons. While you're at it, you might go ahead and order some extra ones because he's got them. Scott Manning is a good supporter to our show. Thanks so much for watching Catfish Weekly. Thanks for Scott Manning for being a supporter for a long time, been a supporter to Catfish Weekly. And if you'll contact him, he will get you out some demon dragons. You're going to love them. They are a great flotation device, and they rattle up a storm.
They work.
They do. They work really well. A great product. And I know Doc's had some fish attack his, and
Yeah,
damage to them. But I've not, and they are the very best way that I have found to date. I can't imagine anything working any better for floating heavy bait, and I float some heavy bait up off the bottom. I've never had one sink. I've tried some of the other stuff that's supposed to be really good, and they all leak, and I don't even mess with anything else after that. And I give some of the ones that people sent me to Doc, and his leak too, so we just throw them all away, and we go to Scott, get what we need, and we're done.
Way to do it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's about time that we find out who the first winner is
For tonight's holiday spectacular deal.
Yep.
I think you're right. And now's a good time. We got 160 people watching at this exact moment. So it'd be the perfect time to do that.
All right, let's do it. And the winner is Joshua McFarlane. McFarlain.
And that is great, Joshua. If you will send me after the show, if you will send me your address and do that on the Catfish Weekly Facebook page, I will send you some products from B&M, Pro Series 3-way swivels and sinker slides, for being the next person selected to be in the drawing on the 19th to the Holiday Spectacular. And thanks so much for being in chat and watching Catfish Weekly tonight. Now, remember, folks, tonight we're going to choose one more person for the Holiday Spectacular, and then next week will be the last 2 people chosen, because the following week we're going to start pulling them out. And that will be that. These.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got quite a selection of prizes. We'll get them all piled up. And next week we'll show everybody what's getting the prizes. Some of them we don't have here because I'm not going to have pods for the back of a boat, stuff like that hanging around here. But we'll have them all written out on tags and what people's going to win and different things at estimated values, and they'll go from this range to that range, and it depends on your boats and different things like that. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. Somebody's going to win some really nice stuff. And like I told you before on that, if you don't want pods on your boat and you win them, they're still yours. So that's kind of the way that works. But we got some really cool stuff: shed, bait tanks, rod racks, live wells, custom live wells. I mean, it's going to be awesome. We're going to have
a lot of nice stuff.
Yeah, it is a lot of nice stuff. It is a lot of nice stuff. And guys that have seen my rod racks and my live well, if you don't like stuff like that, man, oh man, I don't know how you get anything any better. And these pods that people make for the back of the boat, these are custom. They'll make them to fit your boat, but there is a limit on how much they spend. So you've got a limit. If it costs more to do them for your boat than that, they're only going to go so much. And I believe the limit was $1,400. But
wow,
there's very few boats that they can't make pods for under $1,400. So you have to pay the shipping if you want them shipped and put on by somebody else, or you have to take your boat to them. Still a heck of a prize. I mean, it's amazing. These are some awesome prizes, things that you won't get anywhere else. And like I say, nobody does giveaways like Catfish Weekly. So we're around $8,000 or so in what we're going to be giving away next week. So if you win a prize, it's going to be a pretty good prize.
Sure.
Awesome.
That's awesome. I'll tell you what.
Sapper Cats, if you could contact me after the show, I'm not sure what you can do to help us out, but I'm sure that if you want to help us with stuff for the show, we'll be happy to work something out. Getting him back in here.
You might be wanting to see Minnie and Penny.
He might be. As old as he is, he probably just stand there and let it jump all over him. I think he told me he was 14. I believe
Oh,
was
wow.
right. So yeah, he's been around.
Yeah.
Fishing the Cabela's Trail next.
Are you guys going to fish the Cabela's Trail next year?
Well, howdy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a great trip. Jeremy does such a good job with that. We've had done several different projects with Jeremy this year, and I hope to work with Jeremy doing some more. He was really good, done some wonderful things with us last year. We had him doing some extra stuff, and he got tied in with some different things and didn't get to do what we had planned on done, but he worked really diligently with us. And I think Jeremy and Catfish Weekly with Cabela's and stuff can do some wonderful things as far as live feeds and shows and things. And I'm anxious to see what we can put together to make a lot of things happen next year. He's such a great guy, works really hard at what he does, and very outgoing young man. He's done wonderful things for the Cabela's King Cat Trail.
I can't imagine them searching anywhere and finding anybody that could do any better of a job than Jeremy does. He's just absolutely awesome.
I agree. He's a very nice guy, does a wonderful job. We had started to do a thing with him like on Wednesday nights or something, and we was going to go where in the world is Jeremy at, but he got to doing so many live feeds, it really wasn't doing any good because he, whenever he was already live, so that didn't really work out. But he does really good.
Mr. Gadget,
go ahead, Doc.
Got a question, Mr. Gadget Catfishing. They want to know what is the most valuable item on your boat, short of electronics and motors.
Me when I'm on it.
No. No, I got a better one. Minnie and Penny.
No. Let me see. The most valuable thing. Huh? I don't know what it would be. The rod holders.
Besides electronics.
Yeah, it says the most value. What do you consider the most valuable item on your boat, short of electronics and motors? I know on mine it's the Bimmy top.
I like Sandra Wells's answer very much.
Yeah, you're right. The Bimmy top.
Yeah,
probably.
life jacket, no doubt.
That's
Life
Sandra
jacket,
Wells's, and
yeah.
I agree with her very much. Yeah.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
They want to know, did you happen to get your stolen items back?
No, sir.
No. Somebody
Never
knowing
heard anything.
first got them.
Yeah. I'm sure they was never used by the people that took them. I'm sure they was sold on the down low, but that's a terrible situation. But
That's all right.
They want to know if you're going to fish the winter blues on Wheeler.
Yes, sir.
You're getting an enclosure, aren't you?
If the Lord is willing, if everybody's healthy and not sick, we'll be there.
All right.
Yeah, we're working on getting an enclosure now. We went and met with the man this past week, and he done some measurements, and he said that he would work us up a price and let us know what he could do for us this week sometime. So
Very good. Hey, there's Fat Boy Dan's in the chat tonight.
Yeah. They want to know what kind of rods you use, Jerry.
I use a King Cat,
this one.
Thundercat. I guess it's from Team Catfish. I use a bunch of stuff from Team Catfish. Like I say, and everything that I like. Yeah, Thundercat. It's a 8 foot.
Medium heavy.
It's a heavy action. This is heavy action with a 6500 Ambassador reel, and like I say, everything. And I use an 8/0 double action Team Catfish hook is what I use. And like I say, Dale's Homemade Tackle. I get all my stuff from him. He's got some good prices on it. And like I say, on the I use that for the catfishing now. On the bumping, I use a Warrior Cat for the bumping.
What water do they fish in Texas?
Somebody's asking what water you fish in Texas.
Lake Sam Rayburn. It's a bass lake, and they have big bass tournaments. But me and Noah and nobody pole fishes it, or not that I know of. And we went to pole fishing it, and we went to catching some 30 and 35-pound blues.
Oh wow!
So they're in there.
If you're catching 30 and 35-pound blues, I promise you there's some bigger ones than that in there.
There's some bigger ones in there. Actually, Noah last year caught the junior angler record, which was, I think, was like 31 pounds.
Nice.
And we'd go every day. We would go out there. We would catch at least 2 30, 35-pound blues every time we'd go. It would be so cold. The wind would be blowing. But we had one of those little kerosene heaters we put in the boat. And, man, we'd have a ball out there.
Oh, yeah.
I think Jeremy's going to try to get a tournament on it. Jeremy told me he's going to try to get a tournament on it.
That'd be great.
This next year.
Doc, didn't they do a Cabela's tournament down there?
In Texas?
No, Wheeler.
Cabela?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they did. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's
the Classic's going to be on Wheeler this year.
Nice.
Seems like everything's on Wheeler this year.
Yeah.
There's a lot going to be there.
And I'm
almost too much for us. It's just almost so much as far as it is for me to go down there. A lot of fish, good fish down there though.
Yes, sir.
A lot of good fish. It's just so far.
Yeah, but just think when you're driving, just think of those big blues.
If I want big blues, I can go to the Mississippi River. That's where the big blues are.
Yeah, I like them. I like it, Mississippi River.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when I first started fishing on it, but I learned how to fish it.
Yeah, but you ain't been to the good place yet.
Yeah, you're right. You need to show me that good place.
Just come on up here and we'll go down to St. Louis and blow that Alton Dam.
I hear you. I'm ready.
You won't run into them trot lines and stuff up in there. There's too much barge traffic. There won't be none of that stuff up there.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's exactly right.
I love it, man.
You get up and then you go up in the Missouri River and there's none up there because there's no nets or nothing, no commercial fishing. Missouri done away with that up the Missouri River. As long as you're in Missouri,
right?
They done away with all commercial fishermen up in there. Now they do run some trot lines and stuff up there, but yeah, it's there's some good ones up in there. I promise you, they are.
Yes.
Carl Wells, there is going to be a big tournament up there in Missouri on December 8th, and I'm trying to line up a time to do a show with Alex and Tim. One of them's on one side of the state, and the other's on the other side of the state. They both got jobs, so we're trying to work something out where we can get them together and tell everybody about this show, and it's December the 8th, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's kind of a Christmas thing. Danny, now come on. I know, Danny, you know them fish are in there, buddy. I've seen you with them in your hand, son. You know they're there.
Yes, sir.
They're there.
And I'm gonna fish that Possum Kingdom next year.
Me too. Yeah, I can't wait to get there. If I don't catch a fish, I'm gonna go down there with them boys, and I'm gonna have so much fun. It won't matter if I catch one or not.
How far are they from?
That's right.
I don't. You guys are plumb across the state from them boys, ain't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it ain't near as far as what we've been driving.
That's right. Them guys are a hoot, man. I think the world of them. They're great guys.
Yes, sir. They sure are.
Do y'all want to give something else away for Dale's Homemade Tackle?
What's that?
You want to do another giveaway for Dale's Homemade Tackle?
Absolutely.
Let's give some hooks away.
Okay.
That's some Team Catfish hooks.
Okay.
Any size.
Any size.
Yep. Although it'll be a pack, they can choose what size. They can just get with Dale and tell him what they want, and he will fix them up.
Sweet.
And the winner is Carl Wells.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Carl
Thanks
used
for
to,
picking up those noodles, Carl.
I got to tell you, Nikki, Carl used to tell us that we was going to have to ban Sandy from being on Catfish Weekly because he never won nothing and she always did. And now about every other month or so, Carl wins something. And I don't think Sandy's won anything in a long time.
Oh.
Wow. Oh well.
But
I tell you what, he was a lifesaver the other day though. He was behind my wife, and man, if it hadn't been for him, I mean, he stopped and helped her pick them noodles up. You know,
Sure did.
they was scattered out all down the highway.
that's awesome. Congratulations, Carl. Be sure to get a hold of Dale and he will fix you up with some nice hooks. Yes, Sandy, it is your turn.
That's it.
Oh, man. Great people. We had dinner with them a couple of years ago down at Owensboro, Kentucky. It was a great time. We had a wonderful time.
Good people.
Hey, Leslie's in here. Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Hope you made it home safely from Possum Kingdom. I noticed
she dropped some coins on us.
Yeah, she had sent me a request today for a new Facebook page that she had up, and I'm glad to see that. For all the good stuff she does for our veterans, we're sure proud to have her on in our chat tonight.
Yes, sir.
His
Yes.
page has gotten all right because his page has been hacked or something.
Oh, did you get your phone hacked straightened out, Jerry?
Well, yeah, she's got me another password in it, but it went to a bunch of phones.
It'll take you a little bit. Leslie, while I'm thinking of it, and I don't mean to take anything away from you guys, but just give me a second because I forget things if I don't do it while I'm thinking about it. Leslie, you need to contact me. We need to set you up. I'm kind of booked up right now, but we need to get a date to have you on Catfish Weekly after the first of the year. I think that's something we need to make happen here. Probably, I'm going to say the last couple of weeks of December or the 1st of January sometime. So be sure and get in touch with me. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no.
Well, like I say, that message went out to a lot of people, and whatever it was, I don't know nothing about it. That's the first time I ever got hacked.
Oh,
but there was several people message me and said, you've been hacked.
Yep.
And it's crazy.
It is. It's nuts. I can say the guy that you got the message from sent me a message also and said, don't open it. And I said, don't worry, I didn't. And that, he was honest enough. He didn't know he had it, I guess. But, it's a shame people can't find something better to occupy their time than trying to mess up a bunch of people's entertainment for the day. But that's the way it is.
Exactly.
Thank you, Whisker Fix. We appreciate it very much. And I dearly love my hat. This is one of the most comfortable hats I've ever had on my head. They are extremely comfortable. I love it. And I don't hardly wear it anywhere where I think I'm going to get it dirty. I promise you that. It's
a good looking hat.
It's so comfortable.
Nice.
It's so comfortable. It's unbelievable how comfortable it is. And this, I probably won't be wearing this hoodie that Dustin sent me because I got the heat shut completely off, and I'm telling you right now, it's hot.
It's a good warm.
It's almost too hot to wear in here doing shows. I'll tell you that. It's just pretty warm. So
Gaston's in the house.
Stacy Gaston. Daddy. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I seen some good videos the other day. Him and Joey put out.
Yep, they had a good time. Stacy gets so excited. I get to laughing so hard at him.
I know.
Dwayne Buckridge is in the house. Dwayne won some stuff last week. Speaking of winning, I think it's time to spin the old RigRap prize wheel. Nikki, how about you choose me a number between 1 and 5?
2.
1. I never thought we could have had Rachel do it. 2. And the winner is Joe Hardy.
Joe Hardy.
Let's see what we can conjure up for Joe, Cindy. Did Noah pick one?
Huh?
Did I have Noah pick one?
I don't think so.
Well, then we may have to do it again.
Yeah, I picked the number, Lyle.
Okay. Easy sinker slides. Joe, if you'll contact us, send me a message on Facebook after the show, and I will hook you up with a package of easy sinker slides from RigRap, one of the great sponsors we have. You'll love them. If you haven't already tried them, there's a great product, one of the very few great products, one of the many products that we have from RigRap that we dearly love and use personally ourselves. Doc and I both use them. They're amazing. Can't beat them, Joe. I promise you're going to love them. If you haven't already tried them, you'll be trying them really soon. So send me your shipping address, and I will get a package out to you really, really quick. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly, being in the chat tonight.
Have we got another for Dale's? Or do we give everything away?
No, sir. We have 2 more to give away.
Okay, well, do that right now. And the winner is, oh boy, Jerry D270.
You know who that is?
Nope.
I do.
Who is it?
That's our buddy Jerry from down in Texas.
Well,
Jerry D270.
It's another set of packages of the RigRap cases. 1 package of the yellow boxes and 1 package of the orange boxes.
Awesome.
Dale's Homemade Tackle. Contact him and he will get you set up.
Sweet. Jerry, you're so lucky.
Hey, what, those RigRap boxes are all right.
They are. They're amazing.
If you're fishing tournaments, you can't go wrong.
They're so fast to get you hooked back up. Even if you're not fishing tournaments, they're so quick. And let's face it, all of us has got plenty of time sitting around at night watching TV or whatever you're doing.
Yes.
That's the perfect time to tie them up and get you a pair of them Ceramax scissors to cut your line with, and it save your hands and everything else. Man, they're awesome. Congratulations,
Yes,
Jerry.
I tell you what, I got me two of them deals.
Scissors.
I got 2 of these.
Oh.
Yep.
Man, I'll tell you what. I got enough in there I can tie them all up. I don't have to do nothing when I'm on the water.
I got the old the blue one, and I have the new one. I love them both. I have mine set up, the blue one, for every day going out just fishing stuff when Cindy and I go out, and then my new Rig Pack 60 is set up for tournament stuff. It's not that I couldn't use either one of them for either situation, but that's how I set them up. And I'm really looking forward for the next generation that's coming out. I'm really excited about that. It will hold the bigger cases and stuff, and I just can't hardly wait for those to get out. Other than sinkers, which I keep in the plastic coffee cans that Cindy gets, so they're in a different area of the boat, which I tie all my rigs up in the front of the boat anyhow, out of the way, so she doesn't whack me with a fishing rod when I'm tying rigs and she's fishing. You know, I have everything up in the front of the boat. I just grab a rig rack. I hardly ever take a tackle box of any kind other than to keep hooks and stuff in case I need a swivel or whatever, because I don't put swivels on mine because I hardly ever lose a swivel. But you know, everything's done up front, out of the way, and she can continue fishing while I'm tying up rigs.
Or Doc can continue fishing.
Yeah, our Doc fishes with us, and it's pretty cool, handy dandy deal that way, and it just works out for us. So
Yes, sir.
that is amazing. I do too. I don't know how Glenn keeps coming up with this cool stuff, but I hope he never stops coming up with it.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, because we got a blue pillow and now we have a yellow pillow.
That's exactly. And I'm not sure what the next color will be. Don't really care as long as it works. I'm happy with it. Hey, Doc, are you all loaded up, fresh, ready to roll?
Yes, sir.
What do you say we draw out our next contestant for the holiday spectacular?
All righty, let's see. Here we go. And the winner is PD Fishing.
Better check that name. Make sure. For some reason, that sounds, he's not on it.
No.
PD Fishing, it is. For some reason, I thought he was already on there, but that's why we have a list, and that's why Cindy checks them close. And like Santa
I
Claus,
think he won last week in chat, maybe.
maybe that's what it was, but she always checks everything. That way we don't have two names on there. We don't want to cheat nobody out of anything. So PD, you'll have to send me your information again so I can send you off some B&M fishing gear. And you are now in the drawing for some of the big prizes we're going to be giving away the 19th of November. Congratulations, my man. Just send
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. PD's
That's
won
awesome.
stuff on here before, but I don't remember what it was or what it was. Doesn't matter. It's in chat, so it's a free for all.
We've been giving away a lot of stuff.
We've been giving away a lot of stuff. We have.
I'm telling you.
And I'm glad our sponsors allow us to do that. They all seem to be on board with it. In fact, we have a waiting list of people to be on the prize wheel. And then we have several people that just donate a bunch of stuff to give away in chat, which is awesome. Like Dale and like Tony and Caleb. You never know when they're going to jump in here. We thank them guys so very much. Dale's awesome. Big Cat Fever guys are just unbelievable to us when they jump in here. You never know when it's going to happen. Doesn't matter. They're so good to us. They give away tons of slime line. I'd hate to think how many miles of slime line and how many rods. I lost track a long time ago. I can just quit counting. And we can't thank those guys enough for everything they do. It's just amazing. And there's others. I can't even remember all of them. There for a while. Oh, shoot. The guy was giving us, I talked to him down there at Owensboro. His name has slipped my mind. Give away sinkers every week for a long time. You remember what his name was, Doc? No.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
and I can't think of his name.
No, I feel so bad that I can't because he had a bunch of stuff going on. And we appreciate it. I mean, all that stuff just, but, you know, I can't remember everybody's name. We talked to so many people down there like that. And Paul Bird has helped us so much with this holiday spectacular stuff. He really has come up with some really cool sponsors. And we're going to be giving away a lot of that stuff. It's going to be great. It's just the people that help us do what we're allowed to do is really going to be, it's going to be a great time the 19th. We're going to have a blast. So be sure to tune in for that.
This dog's sitting here messing.
Oh, really? Mine finally went and laid down. I was kind of happy about that. Do you have to be in chat to win on the day of the holiday spectacular? Well, yeah, you kind of do, because if to win, you have to already be a winner. You have to. There's only the winners that we choose every week. Those are the only people that can win. So yeah, they got to be in there. So Leslie's going to have a booth at the conference this year. Well, all right, that'll be awesome.
That will be awesome.
Yep, will be awesome. Brandon says he hopes the cases will be orange. That'll be cool. I don't have any idea. I haven't talked to Glenn about it, and I talked to Glenn quite a little bit, but he hasn't mentioned any of that. But I'm really, really excited about that. So that'll be really sweet.
I tell you what, I like those little yellow ones pretty good. Those skinny ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, they work perfect for bumping.
Oh, it doesn't take much for them now. You using circle hooks when you're bumping?
Yes, sir. The 8/0 double action.
Yep.
And I've got away from tying knots almost. I use the double barrel crimps, the sleeves.
Thank you, Dustin. Kenny McClure, that's exactly who used to give those sinkers away. He used to give them away every week, and I don't know why I couldn't think of his name, but I just got a blank. But Kenny gave away them sinkers for a long time. Bless his heart, he was really good to us. Yep, sure did.
Mike Sampson, where is the Catfish Conference this year? Same place as it had been in Louisville, Kentucky, except this year it's at the Conference Center. Is that right?
That's right.
Right across the street from where it has been.
That is correct.
70,000 square foot.
And it'll probably pack wall to wall.
That is correct.
I'll be there this year. Had too much work going on last year.
Carl Wells wants to know, go back over the way you tie hooks.
What kind of hook? I mean, for what?
I don't know. He just says,
Or
go back over the way you tie hooks.
Does he want to know the
Nail knot or
the bumping rig?
I don't know. I just saw it there.
Oh, the one at bumping rigs.
probably?
Sonny Parker says for bumping.
For bumping.
Yeah, okay. I got one rigged up right here. I generally put the snell knot. I don't know if you can see. I use about 36-inch leader. And then right at the end of the leader, I put a chain swivel. And then
bring it up a little bit.
I put the.
Now there you go. Okay.
Yes, sir. Like I say, I tie the snell knot on the. I use it, the Team Catfish double snell knot on. Use 36-inch. It's 80-pound test mono. Put the chain swivel on, and then the quick connect. You just clip that to your swivel, and you're back in the water. And then tie your cannonball on it. Awesome.
So you're crimping your stuff. I just saw it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, us old guys, I'm having the same problem. So now I've started crimping my stuff.
So you're calling very old?
No, I'm just saying me.
I'm thinking he's probably half our age, Doc.
Probably.
Oh man, thank you.
You made us night.
And I tell you what, praise God.
Yeah, I started crimping. I just started crimping because I was having so much trouble with arthritis in my hand.
Hey, I like crimping them. Knots sometimes, I've not had any of these break. The crimping, I've not had any of them break. I mean, they're good.
Yeah, when I fished with John Adams on the Mississippi River, when we fished down there alongside of you guys, I had a couple of his rigs. I broke off a couple of times, and then he said, "Here, grab this." He just handed me the RigRap, and I put one of his rigs, and all his stuff is all crimped. So.
Yes, sir. Man, they're so much quicker.
I can see where they'd be faster getting the rigs ready than tying. Yeah.
And
my feet don't work like they used to, so I'm sure they would be quicker.
Yeah, because I've got. Let me see. I think I got it up here. Hang on a minute.
All right. So where's your first tournament going to be of 2019? Other than of course Winter Blues.
The next one will probably be in Tawakanee.
Tawakanee.
Lake Tawakanee.
That's a bucket
And
list.
you need to come to that.
Every year we plan on going to Tawakanee, and every year something comes up. I really want to make that. I've never fished there.
Is that Cabela's?
Yeah. But we really would like to try to make that this year if we possibly can. Michael and Terry Littlejohn talked to us about coming down there 3 or 4 times, and they're a hoot. And I would like to go down there and fish if we possibly can make it.
She just cut her.
They got some little cabins that right there on the lake. They're like $60 a night.
Wow!
I'm telling you that. We went down there fishing, and it was so awesome. I mean, you pull your boat right up to the cabin.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
It's so awesome.
Nice.
That would be handy.
I put my boat in the water and never did take it out.
Oh,
they got fuel on the water.
That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah, so here's what I'm using. I'm using a pin crimper. It's
Yes, sir.
spring loaded. So, you know, once you crimp down, it pops back up. It does 4 different sizes.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is a real good one.
Yes,
Looks
sir.
like a good one.
Yes, sir. That right there is just what we're using too. That's just what you got.
And what's the cost on those?
It's like $30, maybe less than that.
About anybody can afford that.
Yeah.
Right. I think I got ours, I think on Amazon, and I think it was around 15.
Oh wow, that's even better.
Someone said they took Midol for their crimps.
I said, what? I don't.
I've seen that. I didn't catch it.
You guys can laugh about that all you want. When I was a kid, I had migraines daily almost, and mom would take me to the doctor, and they couldn't get rid of them. I come home one day, and I was laying in the floor with them old migraines. And she gave me a couple of them Midol, and boom, they was gone just like that.
Hey, whatever works.
That's right.
That's right.
Who cares?
For years, I wouldn't tell anybody about that, but they got rid of them migraines, and that's all that I cared about. It didn't matter how I got rid of them.
Exactly.
And I had migraines up until what? 10, 15 years ago, something like that. And finally, when we sold the businesses, I finally got out of them. And I'd had them long before business, but
where they bought the crimps.
They got rid of them. People are asking where they got rid of the crimps. Nikki said she got hers on Amazon. Doc, where did you get yours?
Amazon.
Yeah,
and I've got a Cabela's store that's not too far from me. They've got all that kind of stuff. I buy the saltwater style crimps though.
Okay.
I think that's what ours is too.
And I'll tell you, I got the double barrel sleeves from Dale's Homemade Tackle.
Okay, sweet.
And I got the quick connect, the breakaways from Dale's Homemade Tackle.
Well, Dale's got it all.
Hey, Dale's got, I'm telling you, and he's super good on his prices.
Dale's good. Dale's just a good guy.
He's a good man.
Good guy.
He sure is.
Super nice guy.
Yes, he is.
Good deal. Yeah, actually, we could probably do a show on that one night on how to do the crimping and stuff like that. Yeah, you can crimp braid. You can crimp. It's mainly for mono, but yeah, you can crimp the braid. A little tough,
sir.
but you know, you got to really make sure you do it. And there's a certain way that you have to crimp.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of people make a mistake. I made the mistake until I learned how to do it correctly.
Right.
Catfishing, bumping does get a little tiresome, but about the time one of them lights you up and it feels like they're going to jump that rod out of your hand, you forget all about how tired you are. You don't worry about it anymore. The excitement and the adrenaline rush that you get for that, you forget all about how tired you are. And a lot of it has to do with the weight of the rod you're using.
That's exactly right. Yes, sir. You're right. It took me a while to figure that out.
Yep.
Me and Noah tried to bump, and we tried to bump, and I'd get so aggravated. And Gil had called us up there to. He said, "If you'll come down here," and I didn't know you got to have a bumping rod.
You do.
You got to have a bumping rod. And we went up there, and he put us in the boat, and them rods. And man, I tell you what, we dropped them down through there, and we caught fish. And I tell you what, I've been hooked ever since.
Yep.
Game changer.
I mean, hey, if you don't learn how to bump, get a good bumping rod, and it's not hard.
Nope. Sure not.
I remember Noah. He got hung up. He got hung up about 7 or 8 times in a row, and he was so frustrated. I said, "Look here," and he said, "No, I'm just quitting." I said, "No, you ain't."
No.
I said, "You put another," and guess what? He dropped that thing to the bottom. Wham! He caught a 48-pounder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the way it works.
That's right.
You might get hung up a bunch, but hey, that's catfishing.
You are going to get, if you're not getting hung up catfishing, you probably are not where them fish want to be.
That's right.
I don't care whether you're bank fishing or whether you're bumping or whether you're drift fishing or whether you're anchor fishing. If you don't get hung up once in a while, you are not where them fish are going to be.
That's true.
Right. That's right.
Just the way it is. They are structure-oriented fish, and that's all you can say about it. Now, you can count structure as rocks or trees or whatever you want to call it, banks, cut banks.
That's it.
They're going to be around some type of structure, and if you're not fishing some type of structure, you're probably not going to be in the real good fishing.
That's right. On them ledges and structure.
That's right. They love ledges.
Yes.
On a ledge that goes around a bank, you're golden.
You know what? I learned a whole lot of stuff this last year about fishing. You know, and I fished all my life.
Yep.
But this is a different type of fishing. You know, and there's people. You know what? I met some of the best people that they don't mind showing you and telling you.
That's right.
Hey, Larry Moose is one of them. You know, and I you know, there's several guys. It showed me a whole lot of stuff about fishing.
Yep.
And I appreciate them. I appreciate them very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what's good about the fishing people.
That's right.
Everybody's willing to share what they know.
That's exactly right. You know what, Doc? Everybody in that family except Rachel and Jerry has picked a number out. Is Rachel still around there?
Yes.
Come here, Rachel.
Come here.
She
Hurry.
needs to pick us out a number. We're going to spin that RigRap prize.
Come here,
wheel.
Rachel. Come here.
Come here, baby.
I want to talk to you.
I think they got one more for Dale's tackle.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Well, we don't want to miss her out. Jerry probably wouldn't be mad if he didn't have to pick a number out. But I think Rachel needs to pick us out a number.
He got a number, baby.
4.
4 it is, honey. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, and the winner is Lisa Arthur.
All right.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Too sweet.
That is my baby.
I bet so.
Daddy's girl.
Lisa, if you'll get a hold of me with your shipping address, I will send you some RigRap prizes tonight after. Well, it will be in the morning. But thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly, playing the prize wheel game. We will ship them out. Need your shipping address. Thank Glenn for everything he does for not only Catfish Weekly, but the entire catfishing sport. Thank you, Rachel, so much for picking out that number. And Lisa, she's going to thank you for picking that number because it was just right for her.
Yes.
So we got another one for Dale from a giveaway.
Yes, sir. We got one more set of hooks that we're going to give away.
Awesome.
All right. Let's see who the winner is. Come on. Well, there it is. And the winner is Bad Behavior Off-Road.
Bad Behavior Off-Road. That's a new one.
Anyone hooks from Dale's Tackle? Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, like I said, they get whatever, like what they just tell them what size they want.
Just contact Dale's Tackle, and they will hook you up with your choice of hooks.
Yes, sir. And them Team Catfish hooks, I love them.
There's a lot of people use King Catfish hooks, so just contact Dale's Tackle, and he will fix you right up. Thanks so much for being in chat and watching Catfish Weekly tonight.
I haven't seen that name before.
That's a new one for me.
Yeah, Bad Behavior Off-Road. It's all one.
Well, thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly, and we're really glad to have you.
Everybody that wins, let our sponsors know that you appreciate their prizes that they
Yes,
give away.
sir. We had some people send us pictures in Catfish Weekly this week and thanking people for winning and being sponsors, and that goes a long way with us being able to keep these prizes coming in. So thank you guys so much for that. It means a great deal to us, and it means a lot to these sponsors that are giving away these great prizes that we get. So thank you guys for that. Well, Jerry and Nikki and Hannah and Noah and Rachel, thank you guys so much for being on our show tonight. It was a wonderful time. We can't tell you how much fun it was to have all of you on here. We'll have to do it again. And when we're doing these live remotes out away from home and stuff, be sure to jump in and say howdy. We'd love to have you on again. I know that I know in my heart that everybody that watched the show tonight enjoyed it. It's been kind of the talk of the community for some time since we announced that we was going to have you on here, and I thoroughly enjoyed having you on here. I know the kids didn't get to talk a great deal, but hey, we can always set up a show with just Noah and Hannah one of these days.
That's right.
He'll do all the talking. He's a big talker.
He is.
Yeah, right? He's pretty quiet tonight.
I think I'm talking more than him.
Yeah. Sure. Tell me when you get that way.
Want to give this Silver Alba Garcia 6,500 away.
Ooh.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
How do they want to do it?
You want to do it in chat, I assume?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Amazing.
Hang on a minute.
Doc's going to load up and get a fresh load for that one.
Yeah, I'm just going to make sure I got everybody. Give me a second here. While this is loading up, I'll go ahead and do Doc's tip for the night.
Perfect.
Doc's tip for the night is, now the weather's starting to get cold at night and stuff, make sure that when you come off the water, you drop your lower units down and let them drain good. I've seen a lot of people that fire the engine up. I don't do that, mainly because I don't want that impeller to run dry, but let them sit there 2 to 3 minutes, let them get good and dry. It'll drain all that water out, because if you don't, and then the air temperatures get down to 40 degrees, and you're traveling down the highway 65, 70 mile an hour, it lowers that temperature down about 30, 32 degrees. And I've seen lower unit bust on the way home because the guy forgot to lower them down. So just take the time when you pull that boat out, lower it down, let it drain really good, put your straps on, and then run the motor up and put your motor toter on there or whatever you use to hold your motor down. And that's Doc's tip for the night.
And that's a good one, Doc. Yep. The last thing you want to do is freeze that lower unit with water in it, because you'll be buying a new lower unit, and that is no fun.
I hear you.
No.
All right, come on. I'm waiting for this thing trying to get it to reset for me, and it's not resetting. Well, what is going on? Yeah. My random.org is taking
I don't believe the chat slowed down hardly at all since we.
No, it hasn't.
And we got still 143 watching.
Wow.
It's been a big night. I will let.
I gave up on watching the comments.
Can you keep up with them, Hannah?
I can't.
Yeah. Next week on Catfish Weekly, we're going to have Steve Dobbs, and we're going to talk about the Hold'em Hook Catfish Tournament, Christmas tournament for the kids. So you guys want to make sure that you're tuned in for that. And then the 19th, we're going to have the Christmas giveaway, or the Holiday Spectacular show. So you want to be sure to tune in for that. And then the 26th, we're going to have Joey Kirby. And who doesn't want to hear about that? Man, Joey is a great fisherman, lives down in Owensboro, Kentucky, goes out and fishes live, does live shows by himself all the time. And last weekend, he got to fish with Stacy Gaston. And just hearing about that ought to be a blast.
Does the Ishcomers have a name for themselves?
Yeah, the Catfish Catfishing Christians.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Heck yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's the name we're going with.
That's awesome.
Catfishing Christians.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that, but that's nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Sorry,
You might be right.
finally got it.
There we go.
All right, the winner is, okay, wait a minute, before I forget, what are we giving away?
This Garcia 6500 Ambassador.
All right.
Nice.
And the winner is Terry Lane, Lane, Terry Lane. You are the winner.
They can just message us and we'll get it to them.
Thank you, Jerry.
Very good.
Thank you all for giving that away tonight. We appreciate it very much. Thanks, Terry, for watching and being in chat. That's awesome.
We appreciate this, you guys.
Yes.
We appreciate the chance because we love Catfish Weekly.
Oh man, thank you so much. I see you guys in chat. See you at all the events. We enjoy you guys so much, and a lot of people was really looking forward to seeing you on the show tonight. And it meant a lot to us that you all take time out of your Monday night. You could have been watching Monday Night Football. And
No, we couldn't have.
We don't watch football.
Yeah,
We don't have TV in our house, so we couldn't do that.
but thank you guys so much. It meant a lot to us that you guys would do this. And we personally think so much of you guys and your entire family. And it's great seeing you all when we go to these tournaments and special events and things. And
See the puppies.
Dustin Paul says to have them message him on Messenger. So be sure to contact Dustin.
Okay.
And I haven't watched. I used to be a huge football fan, and when the NFL decided that they would not make those guys stand up for our national anthem, I have not watched a football game since. I watched bits and pieces of them when there wasn't nothing else on TV. But usually I'm working. But pretty much I don't watch any football since that day. And
That was a sad thing.
I was a huge football fan. Huge.
You know what? I've always drove a Ford. I'm a Ford man.
Me too.
But I'm not no more.
Found out.
Because they're standing behind them guys.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And I'm trading my Fords off. I can't help it.
Do that. They'd have to do more than that for me not to drive a Ford. I worked for General Motors too long. You can't give me one of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna either go with, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Dodge or Chevrolet
walk,
one.
I guess.
I know it. I know.
I tell you, it's kind of like me and the Dallas Cowboys. I grew up from the time I was in 4th grade on being a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I quit being a Dallas Cowboy fan when they fired Tom Landry. Not because they fired him, it's because the way they fired him. And I've always had principles about different things and how things get done. And I thought they'd done that man really crappy for all the things he done all these years. And I don't feel sorry for them for losing all those games now. And after that, I watched the Denver Broncos. But when they did not make them guys stand up for our national anthem and for our soldiers and the flag, I watched the Denver Broncos game since. And I don't care if I fight. I would probably never watch another one.
I hear you.
Or any more of them of any kind.
Sure.
So, that's just the way I feel about it. But yeah,
I hear you.
I'm funny like that about different things. But if you watch NASCAR, you don't never see one of them NASCAR guys with their hand not over their heart.
That's right.
Every team and every team member is standing. If you watch baseball, you never see that happen in a baseball game. And I love my St. Louis Cardinals, but it doesn't matter what baseball team it is. They don't let them do that. It's the most disrespectful thing that any sport could ever do is to do our flag that way, whether it be military involved or not.
That's right.
And I'm done with them. So that's just me. I'm funny like that.
I love this country.
That's right. I love my country. And
yes, sir.
I've got nephews that just
yeah, we got relatives that's in there. I had 2 sons that was in the military, and I can't take it. So I just don't mess.
I can't neither. And I ain't gonna support something that does.
Yep, that's right, Jerry. if you're coming back to PK next year, you better get a Chevy. Well, that ain't never going to
So I
happen.
guess we won't be there.
If that's what it takes to be there, buddy, I won't be there. I promise you that. And that's right. Joe Harvick. If you guys watched NASCAR yesterday, if anybody that didn't, they need to at least watch the end of the race. Kevin Harvick won that race, and there was a little young man standing there at the entrance to where he picked up the flag, his checkered flag. He grabbed that young man out of the crowd, set him down on the hood of his car, took a selfie with the young man's phone, put him back up there, and then took the checkered flag, went back over and handed him the checkered flag before he drove off. Most amazing thing you could ever see. It was really heart-wrenching. Never seen that before. I've been watching NASCAR my whole life since it was ever televised. Coolest thing I ever seen. I loved it. I wouldn't care if that man had or drove a Chevrolet. I'd have rooted for him that day. That was pretty cool now.
Yes, sir.
Just I loved it. And at that day, you gotta, it doesn't matter what he drives, you gotta be a fan of Kevin Harvick's after that. You just have to. That's the way it is. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being on our show.
Thank you for having us.
If I don't see you before, we'll see you at Winter Blues. You kids take care. Don't get too cold down there. Rachel, you take care of them puppies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What a
blow him a kiss. Bye. Blow him a kiss.
Mwah.
All right. Thanks again, everybody.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having us.
You bet. Doc, what a great family. We need a family like this. This is the kind of atmosphere we need in our sport, Doc.
Yeah.
We needed them for a long time. We got to do whatever it takes to keep people like this in our sport.
Don't forget to vote.
When we go to these tournaments, Noah and Rachel and Hannah are always there. They're always polite and courteous to them. Jerry and Nikki are the sweetest people that you ever want to meet. They're at all the big tournaments. There are a bunch of littler tournaments. I can't never wait to see them when I get there. Most respectful kids that I've ever been around in my life. They're great for our sport, and I hope that we see more family people like this come into our sport of catfishing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much.
Bye.
Been a pleasure.
Have you got anything else to end the show with tonight?
92 thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate your support.
We do. No updates. I did talk to them again this week. Should have some information for you next week. They're trying to finalize one more item, and you'll like that when it gets it all done. Remember, everybody, tomorrow is the day that you need to vote. Please go out and vote, even if you don't agree with the way I vote or Doc votes or your neighbor or the guy down the street. Please go out and vote your conscience. It is extremely important that you vote, whether anybody likes the way you do it or not. I'm not even going to try to sway you into my way of voting. I just want you to go out and do it because it is so important that you do vote. This is extremely important time to do it. So go out and vote and let everybody know how important it is, and tell your friends and neighbors to go out and do it. If we could only get 40 or 50% of the people that's eligible to vote, it would make a huge a difference in the outcome of this election. So please go out and do your due diligence and vote. Until next week, thanks for watching Catfish Weekly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.